Meow. Whoops. Oh, that wasn't supposed to do that. Glorious.
Action.
All right, so next thing we need to do is we need to remove the trim and we need to get rid of this layer of flooring here. So we'll start with the trim here. What are you putting up here, Greg?
We're going to do wainscoting that stuff. It'll come up high.
Okay,
so it doesn't matter if you damage it.
Okay. So we're just going to tear that off. All this stuff's got to go. And the reason we put this here so that nothing goes down the drain. You don't want a piece of wood down there or a piece of metal down there that's going to clog up your sewer someday in the future. Here we go. And what we do is once you get it up a little, we set this underneath. The other thing we're going to want to do is take this door off because it's just in the way. And so pull it out. What you want to do is once you get these door bolts in it, you want to put them back in so you don't lose them. Okay, door off. So then what we do is we just put the door bolt back.
Good idea. I never thought of that.
Otherwise,
you lose them and
yeah, I've lost them
where'd
before.
those bolts go?
Okay, all right, that's good, I guess.
That's good? Okay.
So what we decided to do is we're going to stop the tile right along the line of the wall here. And so we're going to follow that line all the way across. And so I'm going to cut the old plastic tile off of there. And so before I do that, I should probably change blades. All right, so here we go. Following the line. Come on. Moving. Make sure when you're doing this that you don't let it slip off and cut your leg or something like that. That's always a bad thing. So you want to make sure you don't cut toward a hand or anything like that. Alright, so since it's plastic floor, what we're going to do is we're going to break it up. We're going to put our little thing under there and flip it up. Just kind of break it off. And that's not too bad, just a little bit over here that we missed. And that's going to be our line. There we go. That's going to be our line for the tile.
Beautiful.
That's done. Alright, now we got most of the top layer off. We got just a little bit left on there. It's negligible. We're not worried about it. But what we are going to do is we're going to do a rot test. We want to see whether the floor is rotted. This is what I'm supposed to do. Hammer on that. I'm not supposed to go in. Now we're going to go over by the toilet. Uh-oh. See, we got a problem here. This is not too bad back there, but look at that. We got right in this area here. We're going to have to replace some wood. So it's going to take some replacement going on here. We have to replace wood. Now we're going to put backerboard on. Are you ready to do the backerboard?
We are ready!
Backerboard time. We're putting down our backerboard. I stepped on it. And we got the grid on the top. And the backerboard, the concrete backerboard, what that's for is, you know, you don't want to put your concrete glue on top of plywood because it'll cause some rotting, so you use backerboard. It's a concrete-based backerboard. So that's what we're putting down here. Okay. 15 by 27 3/4.
So we're measuring to do the holes for the water line and the drainage.
Alright, to make it easy on yourself, so you don't have to make so many cuts, when you come to trim like this, we're just going to cut it off. So what I've done is I've put 2 pieces of tile down here, and that appears to be about the right height. And so I'm going to just cut that little piece off. And that way you don't have to cut tile on the backer board. Nice, huh?
Beautiful.
Okay. Glorious! Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the cold water feed off. We've turned the water off. We've turned the water off outside. And you would do this so that you can drill a hole through the backer board as well as put the tile on. So here we go. We're going to try to see if that'll come right off or whether it's going to be a pain. I got it. And you don't want that to fall down in there. For some reason it's not being held up right. So we're gonna just do a little bit of testing to see just how it's gonna sit. It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
It's not gonna drop down. Okay. So if you think it's gonna drop down in there, wrap a wire around on it and put it up somewhere so it doesn't fall down. Okay. Now our last piece of backer board. Okay, you're going to get your green grabber screws. Everywhere you see a little tab like that, that's where you're going to put a screw.
Okay.
Okay, at least on the outside. We're putting these green grabber screws on, and they need to be sunk just slightly below the surface. You don't want them sticking up at all. Or they'll cause your tile to be a little cattywampus. So they got tabs in the side here. And you're going to put one on every tab on the side. All right. So you got it on?
Yeah.
We have the backer board down. And now we need to determine how we're going to lay the tile. So this particular tile is 1 foot by 2, and it can be laid in this direction, or it can be laid in this direction, or a combination of directions. Okay, so we got this made by ceramic tile and mortar mix that we got from Lowe's, and we're mixing it up. And I just use a mixer with a electric drill. Well, it's a battery operated drill. You can get an electric one. And what you want is the consistency of a little bit more than pancake mix. So when you pick it up, you know, that looks pretty good. It comes off of there, but it's going to get thicker as we go along, but that's kind of the consistency we want it. Maybe a little bit thicker than that. Let's put a little bit more in. Not much. Okay, that's good. That'll be it. We'll call that good. So we got our lines drawn, and you know, I don't always draw lines on a floor, but we're starting on the far end. And this is the end I would like to start on because it's got the straight wall. But we're going to start on that end, so we drew our lines so that we can make sure that we started and got this thing running in the right direction. So what I do is I just take my little shovel here, shovel some mortar on, and then we're going to use our little notched mortar thingy-mabubber.
Trowel.
Yeah, and we're going to take the trowel and we'll trowel it on. So
Awesome.
we'll get started. Here we go. Oops.
say what you're doing?
I just put a bunch on the tile. And I want it on the tile as well. I just want it to stick. I want to make sure it sticks. Okay, so we're following our line there. So if you would like to go get me a sponge that I have in one of my buckets over there, I got several sponges.
Their names are Craig and Courtney.
Yeah.
Here you go.
And we'll just taking sponge things off. Probably need a bucket of water too, if we can put the sponge in a bucket of water. Just making sure that it's running nice and straight and even across. So what you don't want is you don't want a bunch of waves. And so you want to have a way to, a board, you want to run a board across there. Make sure we're level. Make sure it's all nice, flat, gorgeous.
Beautiful. Out for the toilet.
Yeah, messy. I am messy.
The greatest soccer player of all time.
The greatest what?
Messi,
Oh yeah.
according to some.
According to some. That's a great idea. Putting our little spacers in.
Make sure your tiles are nice and even.
Craig is working on it. Woo! We've got Craig doing it. Okay, so put the level on top to make sure it is smooth from one side to the other.
I know I am.
So you're going to need to go to the corner as well. Okay, so we got it down. Now we need to get the spacers back in there. What do you think?
I think it's gorgeous. I love it.
You think it's crooked? You love it?
Gorgeous.
Oh, gorgeous!
And you're deaf. So mix the grout, and it's a sand grout. And what you want to do with the sand grout is make it kind of gritty, so that you can kind of still see the sand. You don't want to get it too wet with the sand grout.
And here we go.
That's how you tile a floor. This is the shack that Dennis built, and this is the floor that sits in the bathroom that sits in the shack that Dennis built. Whoops. Oh, that wasn't supposed to do that. Glorious!